Hey, girl, go ahead and hit that stop, man.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say
Hey,
it's a
Twerk, where
great
you
day
at?
for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale.
Hey, Twerk, where you at, Twerk?
Stadium.
Oh, Twerk don't want to pick the
Today
mic
we
up.
got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Ready, break!
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have the Packers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 27. I think you would agree, just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Solid rush was coming, hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And how about finding this guy without a home? Signed as a free agent this past week.
Doesn't make much sense to me. I'm not sure how you felt about it, but I thought he would have had a home a long time before this. And now, just find a way to put it in his hands and let him run.
Right side completes to Mechie. And it's a Packers touchdown. John Mechie, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Green. Omaha.
To try again after the sack. Murray, he's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be a touchdown.
Brevin Jordan, 29 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 16. 86 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Here we go, check! Pack the 50, pack the 50! Let's go!
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jeremy Ruckert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Murray swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hey, hold on.
Throwing now is Murray. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun. Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Harris running straight ahead. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
18, Pioneer. Rig. Deputy Ranger.
Here's Hurts to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Brandon Ayuk, 27 yards. And the Packers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play fake. Murray. And this one too low.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
In motion, the tight end. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
19 tight.
On 2nd and 15 now. Hurts. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18. Mustang 19. Hurt.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing is Hurts. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Viking 18.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Jalen Hurts
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Tony Pollard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to claw one back. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On now is the Packers punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now a hit and a loose football.
Inside the 20.
And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or to flip it over, after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Murray. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Murray now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, Murray will keep it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So a little too loose with the football there on the pitch.
And that's the danger you run into with that play. So much traffic around, and when the ball gets away from your body a little bit, sometimes bad things can happen.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. He gets this one to Mechie. And they're going to get this up to midfield. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A first down throw for Brissett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Touchdown! John Mechie, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll go option to the short side. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's got room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To throw is Murray. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Packers are going to take possession of the...
Intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, hey.
Brissett on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Brissett now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw again. Brissett. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It's David Collins who got in there to get the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Point after try forthcoming. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught out in the right flat. And he will not make it into the end zone, but there is a flag down far side of the field, so let's see what that's all about. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Murray off play action. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
A loss of 2 yards.
Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Murray going to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 51 yards. And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for their 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talking about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this point? Fantasy guys, right? The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Murray, one final try. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is down to 20. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
This taken in at the goal line. So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very